Did you know that this was once a solid, rounded piece of rock? So, right here, there wasn't a hole. How did nature, not people, slowly carve it into this shape, this arch that we see today? As you explore, think about the changes on Earth that happen slowly.
Observe the different rock shapes in Bryce Canyon. How were these unusual shapes made? Play the video to find out.
Long ago, Bryce Canyon looked very different from how it looks today. Over millions of years, the colorful rock and sandstone in this area have been carved into the remarkable shapes we see today. But how?
Think about the video of Bryce Canyon. What causes these slow changes to rocks on Earth? Type, record, or draw your answer. By the end of this lesson, I will be able to describe some changes that happen slowly on Earth. Over time, mountains can change shape. Play the video to explore how a mountain changes slowly over time.
Each day, wind and water can change the tops of mountains by smashing against the rocks that make it up. This causes bits of rock to break off very, very slowly. Over time, these changes result in a smoother and more rounded shape, especially at the tops of mountains. These changes take place so slowly that people don't see them during their lifetimes. It takes thousands or even millions of years for these changes to be seen. The mountains are changed by a process called weathering. Many things, including wind and water, can cause weathering.
Weathering is a process that breaks rock into smaller pieces. Weathering by wind is a slow change. Play the video to explore how wind weathers rocks.
As wind blows, it carries small pieces of sand. Each time the wind blows, more sand pieces hit the side of a rock. Over time, the more the sand hits the rock, the weaker the rock becomes. Eventually, small pieces of the larger rock break off. This is weathering from wind. Each time tiny pieces of the rock break off, it changes the way the rock looks and feels. Over hundreds of years, weathering from wind can drastically change the shape of rocks.
How will a rock change? A. Wind will blow a rock to a new place. B. The wind will turn a rock into a mountain. Or C. Wind will weather a rock. We'll answer this in our Google form.